Hi everyone, welcome to CLARI Concepts. Today we will start with the subject manufacturing processes. Today we are going to study the introductory part or the outline of the subject. So let us start with it. There are some products in front of you. Can you tell me what these products have in common? Take 5 seconds and then think. The common thing is they all are manufactured. These technological wonders would not be available to society if they could not be manufactured. So manufacturing is the critical factor that makes the technology possible. Now the question is, what is manufacturing? The word manufacture is derived from the Latin word manus, which means hand, and factus, which means to make. So the combination means made by hand. The English word manufacture is several centuries old and made by hand accurately describes the manual methods used when the word was first coined. Manufacturing can be defined in various ways, but the fundamental and the basic definition is to make raw material into a product suitable to use by using various processes, machines, and energy. These processes are done by the help of machines, and these machines are powered by using energy. Okay, so consider an example of aluminium billet. When they are processed by using some manufacturing processes like rolling, casting, drawing, it get transformed into aluminium foil, which is used to keep food, aluminium piston, which is used in engines, and aluminium cans, which is used to keep juice, cold drinks, etc. So the main thing is the aluminium billet, which is of no use basically, by the help of the manufacturing processes gets transformed into these value added products. Hence the manufacturing process is also known as value addition process. Basically, there are two ways to define manufacturing. First one, as a technical process. What it means? When a raw material is transformed to a processed part or a finished product by the help of a manufacturing process, then this is known as a technical way to define manufacturing. Now, the second way to define manufacturing is as an economic process. What it means? Consider this raw material of 20 rupees. Means this raw material costs 20 rupees to the manufacturer. When manufacturing process is done on it, then this raw material cost 100 rupees to the manufacturer. It means that 80 rupees value is added to this product. That is why I told you before that manufacturing process is also known as a value addition process, because 80 rupees value is added by this process, and now the product cost 100 rupees. Okay, now I will discuss the difference between manufacturing and production. 90% of the students thinks that both are same, but in fact they are not. The first difference is manufacturing is a conversion process in which raw material is converted into finished product, whereas in production input is converted into final product or services. Second, the output of manufacturing is a finished good ready to be sold in market. That is, output is a tangible thing, okay, that is you can touch. Whereas output in the case of production can be a product or services, that is tangible or intangible. Manufacturing is a small spectrum, okay, small term or a small spectrum, whereas production have a bigger spectrum or a bigger term. Every manufacturing can be a type of production, whereas every production is not a manufacturing. What I want to say, that manufacturing is the subset of production, okay, that is why I said production is a bigger spectrum, whereas manufacturing is a smaller one. Got it? Now we come to the classification of manufacturing processes. It is extremely difficult to tell the exact amount of manufacturing process since it is increasing with an spectacular rate day by day. But we can broadly classify into four types. Number one is shaping or forming. Number two is joining process. Number three is removal process. And number four is regenerative process. Shaping and forming process is also known as zero process. It is considered as zero process. Why? Because no material is added or subtracted to change the shape of an object. For example, this is a metal rod. If you want to change the shape of this rod, you will bend it like this, okay, or bend it like this, okay. So no material is added or subtracted from it. Therefore, it is known as zero process. Number two, joining process. Joining process is known as a positive process. Why? Because if you join one material with another material, then a material is added, okay, so that is why it is known as positive process. Removal process is known as a negative process. Why? Because from a material, this layer or a chip or the upper layer of the material is removed, so it will become like this. So material is removed from it, therefore it is known as a negative process, okay. Now we will come to shaping or forming process. I will only discuss the outline or the introduction of these processes, and in the later videos I will discuss all these processes thoroughly or deeply, okay. So the first process is drawing process. This process, the common parts made by this process includes beverage cans, ammunition shells, sinks, cooking parts, automobile body panels, etc. Okay. Now the second process is rolling process. By the help of rolling process, we can make sheets, strips, and coils. Okay. The third process is wire and bar drawing. It is an important industrial process providing commercial products like electric wires and cables, wire stocks for fences, etc. Now the fourth shaping or forming process is casting process. This process is used to make automobile carburetors, automobile pistons, statues, jewelry, etc. Now the fifth process is injection molding. This process is used in making aerospace components, automobile components, plastic toys, etc. The last one, powder metallurgy. It is a very important and A commercially used process used to make gears, bearings, sprockets, cutting tools, fasteners, etc. Now I will discuss the joining processes. The first joining process is welding process. The second one is brazing process. Brazing is used for joining tubes, pipes, wires, cables, cutting tools, jewelries, etc. And the third one is soldering process. The soldering process is mostly associated with electronic assemblies. I'm only giving you the outline of these processes, and I will discuss all these processes in the later videos. Okay. Now, the removal process include turning process, drilling, which is used to make holes. Third, broaching process. Broaching is used to obtain gears, splines, keyways, etc. And the last one is grinding process, used for stock removal, surface finish, deburring, etc. Now I will come to the last process, which is known as regenerative process or rapid prototyping technique. Regenerative process is used for the production of solid products in layer by layer from raw material in deformed forms. A virtual prototype, which is a computer model of the part design on a computer system, may not be adequate for the designer to visualize the part. Therefore, using the rapid prototyping technologies, a solid physical part can be created in a relatively short time. The designer can therefore visualize, examine, and physically feel the part and begin to perform tests and experiment to assess its merits and shortcomings. This is the latest technique, which is also famous by the name of 3D printing. Okay, so this completes the all the processes. We'll come to the next topic, which is known as machining. Machining is an essential process of finishing by which jobs are produced to the desired dimension and surface finish by gradually removing the excess material from the pre-formed blanks in the form of chips with the help of cutting tools moved past the work surface. It is the most versatile and accurate of all manufacturing process and is usually performed after other manufacturing processes. So here, this is known as job. Any product which is to be machined is known as job. Okay, this is known as cutting tool. Okay, so to produce this job to the desired dimension, this cutting tool is moving in this direction. Okay, so this is known as machining. Now I will come to the advantages of machining. So the first advantage is machining can be applied to a wide variety of work materials. Virtually all solid metals can be machined. Plastic and plastic composites can also be cut by machining. Certain ceramics can also be machined. The second advantage is variety of parts, shapes, and geometric features can be created by the help of machining. Machining can be used to create any regular geometries such as flat planes, round holes, and cylinders. By introducing variation in tool shapes and tool paths, irregular geometries can be created such as screw threads, which is shown here, T-slots, round holes, cylinders can be created by the help of machining. The third advantage is dimensional accuracy. Machining can produce dimensions to very close tolerance. Some machining processes can achieve tolerance of 0.025 mm. Now the fourth advantage is good surface finish. Machining is capable of creating very smooth surface finishes. Roughness value less than zero point 0.4 microns can be achieved in conventional machining operations. Some abrasive processes can achieve even better finishes. The disadvantages of machining are Number one, wasteful of material. Machining is inherently wasteful of materials. The chips generated in a machining operation are wasted materials. Although these chips can be usually be recycled, they represent waste in terms of the unit operation. The second disadvantage is time consuming. A machining operation generally takes more time to shape a given part than alternative shaping process such as casting or forging. The blank and the cutting tool are properly mounted and moved in powerful device called machine tool. A machine tool is defined as one which, while holding the cutting tools, would be able to remove metal from a workpiece in order to generate the requisite job of given size, configuration, and finish. The machine tool is different from a machine, which essentially is a means of converting the source of power from one form to the other. The machine tools are the mother machines, since without them no components could be produced in their finished form. They are very old, and the success of the Industrial Revolution owes to a very great extent to them. Here is one machine tool which is known as lathe. We will discuss it in later videos. Got it? The basic function of machine tools are: number one, it can firmly hold the blank and the tool. Second, and transmit motions to the tool and the blank. Third, provide power to the tool work pair for the machining action. And fourth is control of the machining parameters, that is speed, feed, and depth of cut. So this completes our topic. On the next video, topics to be covered are classification of machine tools and working in auxiliary motions in machine tools. Thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed this lecture.